what's up? It's Envious Allied, and I am here to tell you that I'm officially alive, and I am back, and I'm going to produce content and shit, and I'm kind of just here to really fill in the blanks of where I've been for the past couple of months, more like most of the year, ever since March 30th. That was the dreadful day where I found out I have stage 4 cancer. Originally, well, I'll start from the very beginning. So pretty much January 1 Worlds, yay, made lots of money, and everything was going really well in life. I decided to quit smoking around February. I actually ended up doing it. It was pretty tough. It was actually really tough, especially because I've been smoking for like a while, right? So the biggest thing for me was getting over my nicotine problems. But when I got over my nicotine problems, when I stopped craving, I noticed that I couldn't eat anymore. I don't know why. My throat started closing up, and I was like, well, that's kind of a fucking issue. So I ended up going to the doctor. At first, they thought it was heartburn gone bad, I guess. I got prescribed like heartburn medicine, whatever. And then eventually the pain got so bad where like it was affecting my stream. I wasn't as happy. Definitely towards the end. And yeah, I decided, well, you know what, I'm gonna go to the hospital, and we're gonna see what's good. I decided to get a test. I got lots of morphine. That was very nice. And pretty much from there, yeah, they did an ultrasound where I guess they were checking my insides, whatever. At first they almost turned me away, believe it or not, which I probably would have died if I waited any longer, because yeah, things were going bad. But at first the hospital didn't actually recognize anything was wrong, and I was like, Brody, like, I'm kind of fucking dying in pain here. Like, please help. Like, please, like, fuck, dude. So basically, like they ultrasound gallbladder was inflamed, or whatever you want to technical term it is. Basically, it was the size of a fucking football, like in my stomach, to the point where like it needed quick surgery. So here's how gallbladder surgery works. Basically, incision in the belly button, hella quick, whatever, right? Like it's actually like a very simple surgery. It takes about 1 hour tops. Mine took 4, to the point where I was in intensive care. Basically, after that, I woke up and I was like, the fuck is wrong with me? I had stitches all the way up to here, and that wasn't fun, recovering from that, because I had to learn how to walk again, etc. It was a major surgery for no fucking reason. But there was actually a reason. So by the time I made my gallbladder video, that's where I left you guys off. I was recovering from my gallbladder surgery, and that was going to be a bit. But if you live on fucking only YouTube, well, you probably thought, well, I'm just fucking dead or gone, whatever the case is. But turns out the day after that video, or like a couple days after, they finally told me I have stage 4 cancer. Originally originating from the stomach, it has spread to my liver, my pancreas, my throat. And it was spreading like wildfire. So the problem was that I was in such bad condition from my surgery that I couldn't really survive that much longer. I was barely hanging on to a thread. For 24 days, I couldn't use the bathroom. I couldn't eat. I lived off liquids. I would get Ensure and any kind of nutrients through liquids, but it got to the point where I just couldn't eat anymore. Obviously, constant agonizing pain, screaming, couldn't sleep, never slept. It was bad. So I ended up moving to New York because it's called Sloan Kettering. They are one of the best cancer treatment hospitals in the fucking world. That's just what they do. They cure cancer and shit. So decided to go back, live with my parents, because they could drive me there and take care of me. End up coming to New York to do that. And when I got here, they decided, well, let's do heavy, aggressive chemotherapy. So I started with chemotherapy. My first session was probably, it was the worst experience in the world, because I was so malnourished. I lost at the time so much weight. I dropped almost to 150 pounds, like legit. Like I was hella underweight. considering that I started off at 199, where I was overweight, but it turns out the reason I was overweight was because my liver stopped working. So when your liver stops working, all that shit builds up, and it built up around my fucking stomach. So, fuck me up, fam. So, basically, from there, I had an excess of, like, literally 15 pounds of shit in my stomach, making me constantly nauseous to the point of throwing up and just whatever. So, I did my first chemotherapy session. So, here's a quick explanation of chemotherapy. Chemotherapy is basically the poisoning of your body to the brink of death in order to try to fight off cancer. It doesn't always work. That's the major fucking issue with it. But the symptoms are intense cold feeling to the point where, like, you feel like you're getting frozen alive, pain, aching, nausea to the max, loss of strength, fatigue, a whole bunch of shit, to the point where I couldn't walk anymore. So because I couldn't walk and I did my first chemotherapy session, the first day was okay. I barely was hanging through there. Second day, the nausea got to me. I accidentally overdosed on my pain medication. Because I overdosed on my pain medication, I had about 30 seizures. To the point where I knocked out for like about 2 days. I don't actually recall what happened, but according to my mom, yeah, I was gone. To the point where, it was looking pretty bad for that period of time. That was probably like the worst moments of my life. But I managed to miraculously recover. Slowly started teaching myself to walk again, and was in the hospital for about 2 weeks. The hospital stay was actually fucking atrocious. I couldn't eat still. I had to teach myself how to eat again. Food tasted terrible because of chemotherapy. I just couldn't even stomach it. Like, just anything would make me nauseous. And that's like the worst feeling ever. But eventually I was able to actually eat again. After agonizing pain, I was able to walk again. And then after clearing out everything, I was actually able to use the fucking bathroom. Literally, like, that was my first time using the bathroom in 24 fucking days, dude. Do you know how bad that shit was? Like, it was, I'm sorry, like, if like, oh my god, he's talking about fucking poop. Like, fuck you, dude. Because guess what? This shit was the shit of time. Like, I like, blood everywhere. Like, it was agonizing. So, to the point where, like, I had to take pills in my in my fucking ass. Like, it was bad. So yeah, like, it was really bad, but I was able to recover, and that was probably where my depression started hitting. I was disgustingly depressed to the point of, like, killing myself. But luckily, with your guys' support, I was able to, like, snap the fuck out of it, and yeah, like, made a recovery. So here's the thing. In the hospital, a lot of the stories there and the people there really scared me, because everyone there was pretty much, like, dying. Like, they were supposed to die. Like, that's the final destination. It can't get any better. So the hospital rooms are split in two for your roommates, etc., right? My roommate had cancer, super cancer. It was like the cancer of time from 9/11. And he was on his final legs to the point where he declined chemotherapy, and that was it. I don't know what happened. I got released, but I'd imagine that's it, the end of the road. He's declining treatment because he can't take it anymore. A girl I met near my age, 28 years old, 29 years old, rectal cancer up the ass, to the point where, like, she's fucked up. She lost tons of weight. Chemotherapy doesn't work. None of the treatments actually work on her cancer. So she's taking, like, fucking ketamine, which is, like, a party drug and shit. So basically, these people are fucked up. And I was on a spiraling depression, but I was able to snap out of it. And then, yeah, I was finally able to go home. I went home on a food bag, basically, called TPN. TPN was hooked up. I had a PICC line installed in my arm up to around my neck. No, it went to my heart, actually. So, yeah, pretty much that gave me the nutrients, because I couldn't eat still, at least the right amount of calories. I was able to build up my calories through weeks and weeks of trying to force myself to eat food, and eventually now I've gotten to the point where I eat normally. So I got my weight from around, I think it was like 160 to now a stable 195. Since then, I've lost about 10 pounds. I'm at 185 now through working out, and I'm trying to actually get swole like as fuck, but I'm really limited in that area, but I'll go over that later. So yeah, I was taking aggressive chemotherapy. I still take chemotherapy every other week, and it lasts about 2 days. 2 days of basically hell, and I want to kill myself and fuck me up, fam. So basically, yeah, the chemotherapy's been getting good. First couple weeks really bad, and at this point, my relationship started deteriorating to the point where it just wasn't going well. I definitely I didn't treat my girlfriend correctly as much as I loved her. I definitely was on the pain side of things, and I wasn't the best boyfriend in the end, honestly, and I made a lot of mistakes, and I do regret that. But at the same time, she made her mistakes, and she didn't want to live in New York, which is fine because we lived in Georgia, and we came to a mutual agreement. This is the end of the line. I've completely changed as a person at this point. My whole lifestyle changed dramatically to the point where I lost my job, I lost my stream, I lost all my friends, I can't do anything, I can't walk anymore. So it just, like, nothing, like, I didn't want to have sex, like, all that shit, dude. Like, I just wasn't in the mood to have a girlfriend, and it wasn't her fault, really. I mean, she did, like, there was issues in the relationship, but, like, overall, like, top tier girlfriend, honestly, and I love her very much. So wish her the best, and she ended up flying back home. So now I'm alone, dealing with this shit, which is like, what the fuck are you gonna do? At this point, like, I'm just kind of memeing and fucking around and just doing the recovery. I was able to get my weight back up, started going to the gym very aggressively, trying to just regain my strength, because every time I start chemotherapy, because of the fatigue, I lose my ability to walk, lose my voice, can't eat correctly. Like, there's so many different side effects, and the major side effect right now is that I can't feel my feet anymore. So it's called pins and needles effect. Basically, well, not effect, I just kind of made that up, but basically it feels like pins and needles to the point where you lose all nerve feeling in your fingers and toes, to the point where I don't feel my feet anymore. So that's kind of a problem. And for gaming, I can't really feel my fingers drastically. Any kind of finger movement, it's degraded at this point. I snap my fingers constantly to try to regain feeling, but this effect could be absolutely permanent. I walk around with a cane when I go in public, because since I can't feel my toes, I can't balance myself. Because I can't balance myself, I am prone to tripping, and that's not cool. Don't want to trip in public and shit. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at right now. But good news is that I'm almost done with cancer, because it's been taking so long, and I've been fighting for a bit now. My liver and pancreas cancer are gone completely. My throat cancer it's just completely gone. I have lung problems now, but that's mostly from the side effect of chemo and the cancer trying to spread to my lungs, but that is pretty much a non-existent problem. And best of all, my tumor in my stomach, which was the cause of all this shit, has shrunk from 5.8 centimeters to 3.2, I think. I don't fucking know, but it's gotten, like, it's literally cut in half. Like, that's a big deal, considering that they don't want to do surgery, because there's a big chance if they do surgery while I'm recovering, I'll get cancer again. And that's really the biggest thing with cancer, for people that don't know or fucking just living under a rock. Cancer is yourself. It's your actual body, except fucked up. The genes are fucked up. Whatever the case is, the cells are expanding at a rapid rate, to the point where they're not doing anything but expanding and expanding, and that's where the tumors come in, which block your necessary functions to actually fucking live. So yeah, dude, cancer is fucking shitty. But yeah, this actually isn't even my computer right now. I'm on my girlfriend's computer, and I'm going to get my stuff back, and I'm going to stream. good news is that I'm pretty much healthy at this point, besides obviously cancer and not being able to walk and all that shit. I'm considered permanently disabled. I don't know what that's going to mean in the future, but I can pretty much resume a normal life as best as I can, and with your guys' support, all the hospital bills and medical bills have been paid off immediately. Like, you guys raised over $150,000 for me, and I'm definitely gonna make it up to you guys with content and making you guys laugh like I used to, and it's gonna be a good time because I definitely still have my same old personality, and I'm looking forward to the future, and hopefully you guys are as well. But that's pretty much it. I probably have missed certain things, but you guys generally have caught up to my life at this point. Pretty much my life is literally now chemotherapy, working out, gaming, and anime. Like, that's really it, which is why, if you noticed in the profile below, it's completely like I'm just a fucking weeb now, dude. Like, I want to be a Japanese schoolgirl and find my first true love and have a kissu. Like, it's fucking bad, dude. So, but regardless, everything is going to be restored back to normal very soon, and I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you guys come to watch me stream. Maybe I'll stream some Smite, some fucking Smash 4, etc. I went to a Smash 4 tournament, by the way, and I got 4th in teams with Vinny, who's like, you know, kind of good, like, you know, kind of like, you know, top 18 in the world, and he carried me to 4th, and I was very happy. I didn't enter singles because I had my finger problems, but regardless, I was able to catch up with a lot of the old Long Island guys, and I had a fucking blast. I also went to Vex's house in Pennsylvania. Oh yeah, I forgot. I totally drove to Pennsylvania, and also I'll show you guys some hospital pictures while I'm talking about this. So, basically, yeah, I drove to Pennsylvania and hung out with Vex, and I had a great time. Saw a lot of, you know, familiar faces again. Same thing with the Long Island crew. So it's definitely one of the benefits of cancer is definitely able to reconnect with a lot of old friends and a lot of the Smash scene again, which it's been awesome. And obviously I'm staying connected with the Smite scene. It's just nice to finally see everyone again, and I couldn't be happier. So I do really appreciate all the support you guys have given me, because literally without it I would have definitely killed myself. I would have easily ended my life. It was that bad. And I'm not like the emo type to even say that. Like, I couldn't stand it. It was probably like the worst experience of my life, and I hope this will encourage you guys and inspire you guys to stay healthy, active, and fit, and take care of your fucking body, you fucking virgin nerds, because guess what? Anything can fucking happen, and life is cruel, and things, you know, shit happens. So, once again, I'm not trying to get like too into it, but everything's been good besides that. So I really do appreciate your guys' support. But that's it for me. Take it easy, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys subscribe to my channel. Follow my social media shit down below, please. And have a good one.